What's up, comic comic fans, and welcome to New Comic Book Day Y with comic news. Kenneth Bird in the house. Hi to everyone in here tonight, or hi to everyone who isn't here tonight. What's up, Kenneth Bird? How we doing, Birdman? Cool. All right, guys. So it is New Comic Book Day Y with comic news. Bam, 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 bam. I got something cool. That's why right now I'm like on my phone and I'm trying to figure out how to share it with you guys. We're gonna try this, and hopefully this works. Let me see if I can send it to myself. But yeah, let's see. Does it work? It may have worked. That'd be super cool if it does work. Anyway, if you haven't heard, Val Kilmer is returning to acting. Now, you may be saying, wait a minute, Val Kilmer is dead. And yeah, Val Kilmer did pass away. What's up, Collector P? What's up? The Black Order is in the house. And yeah, Val Kilmer did die or passed away. I mean, same thing. But he was cast in a Western before his untimely demise, and Val Kilmer's estate allowed them to use AI, generative AI, to give him a role in the film. As Deep as the Grave is what it's called. So Val Kilmer will have at least one last film under his belt. Kind of crazy how that works, but you know what? Good for Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was first actor to approve AI use. Right. So I think you know what? I think Val Kilmer's acting career was taken from him too soon. He was a good Batman. You know, he did some really good films. You know, it was Doc Holliday and Tombstone, right? Yeah, I forget the music. What was he? He was the name escapes me now, but he played a rock star in a film. Like, he was just, I thought he was a really good actor whose career was taken from him way too soon. Obviously, he was in Top Gun. He was in The Saint. That was another one. Top Gun. Jim Morrison. That's the one. He played Jim Morrison. So, you know what? I'm okay with, you know, at least one more time Val Kilmer getting a movie. All right. For you Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans, there will be a another adaptation from Dynamite for Buffy and Angel crossover. So that's a thing happening in the world of comics, if you will. The Buffy franchise has been under like such I wouldn't say scrutiny, but it's been under the microscope lately, right? With the reboot being canceled and some untimely deaths to the cast. It's just it hasn't been a great year for the Buffy people. The Doors. Yeah, but the comics are still going. Indeed they are. And I thank everybody for tuning in tonight. The last two shows I've done, I've actually forgot. Well, this is still fresh on my mind that I didn't do any entries for my 1K giveaway, right? So I'm giving away a PSA slab, not the highest grade. I still haven't totally revealed what the book is, but I keep telling people if you just go and check out my PSA slab video on my YouTube, you can figure out which one I'm giving away. It's a Spidey book. I think it's a cool book, honestly, and I bought it specific. I bought this with my money. It wasn't like I got it from anywhere. It wasn't a giveaway. I just thought it was a cool book, and I specifically bought it just to give away, just for passing 1,000. Now I've since surpassed 1,000. No brags here. But I do want to give away this comic, so we're gonna give it away. And if you check out the video, you get to see what the Spider-Man comic I'm giving away is, and I'm probably going to reveal it very soon, probably in May. So I keep pushing it back a month. Originally it was February, then it was March, now it's April. Just a lot of things happening in my life, so I just keep pushing it down the road, kicking it down. But somebody's going to get this book, but I keep forgetting to actually give it away. So, to promote it and give you guys entries into this giveaway. So with that being said, if you're here when this video is over, and if you leave, come back later and find this video, but go ahead and put in hashtag PSA in the comments when this video is over, not now. So you put that hashtag in the comment section, on the rewind end, and I'll give you guys an entry for being here. And since I forgot for the last 2 shows, I'll give you guys double entries, right? So anybody who comes back and puts in hashtag PSA in the comment section after the show's over will get two entries to win this book. And I'm actually going to write that down. So today is 4/15. 4/15, 2 times entries. And we're going to put the hashtag here, so that way I don't forget. All right. Now I guess we can get into the books for this week. Oh, wait, there is. Let me see if it came through. Was playing around with some stuff, was working with a friend. Now, I'm 100% sure that this is partly done through AI. So it's not artwork. I mean, it is art in some ways, but we ran this through. It's just something we're working on. We kind of wrote the lyrics, me and my friend, and we needed some beats. So we definitely cheated a little bit, and using some drum machines and AI, we kind of created a song for the channel. We'll continue to work on it, and we definitely want it to be as close to actually human created as possible. But for now, we had to cheat a little bit, like I said. And yeah, let's see if I could share it with you guys. This is kind of a thing. Let's see. And it's called First Appearance. That's the title of this song. That we've been working on. This is for just for my channel. No monetary gain here, but let's play it. Let's give it a play.
Word up, yo, check the archives. Couple comics on the scene, my collection supreme. Got the golden age grails, a true collector's dream. Peep the slabs in the cases preserved for the ages. I got that mint condition knowledge filling up the pages. Yeah, I'm the curator, the undisputed narrator. My whole cipher shines, got them first appearance lines. It's a historical stash, watch the speculators crash. This ain't just a hobby, it's a monumental homage. Right. Couple comics to fiend with the illest pop culture stash.
Yes, and as you can see there, we ran into the Gemini, google.com/music to kind of get that beat going, and we put in the lyrics, and we used it to kind of generate what you hear there. So not too bad. I will say most of the words are original. So what you're you're seeing there is more of the beat and the vocals being transformed. But I've been working with a friend on that, so little Cup of Comics action going on there. And this right here, guys, by the way, that is that's the video. If you want to go find out what the slab is. So that's that. So we got some. Oh man, 3 editors at Marvel were laid off. Let's see. Oh man, that sucks. So I'm checking out this article because one of my friends is actually and as you can tell by my reaction, is a editor at Marvel, and Marvel on the Go's layoffs impacting 3 editors and the communications director. And I'm not going to say my friend's name, but they were among the ones let go. So this article came out today, and they were let go this week. So that's rough. I feel bad for my friend. He's been with Marvel for a very long time now, and I always look forward to heading to New York Comic Con and meeting up with them when possible. So I'll definitely send them a little note after today, after the show, or maybe later. Cuppy mixtape is fire. What's up, Justin? A lot of news out of Cinecom. Clayface trailer, 1 minute of Spider-Man, and shots of Spider-Verse. Yes, the Spider-Verse. That's right. I can't believe they made that Spider-Verse movie without any like without the ending being planned out. Like, right, you release a movie and then you're like, yeah, we'll get to the sequel when we get. What if like the studio folded? Not that it was Sony, but still, like, there was a chance that movie could have came out and we never would have got the ending to it. That's incredibly horrible. Anyway, one more time for your mind.
Word up, yo, check the archives. Couple comics on the scene, my collection supreme. Got the golden age grails, a true collector's dream. Peep the slabs in the cases preserved for the ages. I got that mint condition knowledge filling up the pages. Yeah, I'm the curator, the undisputed narrator. My whole cipher shines, got them first appearance lines. What's a historical stash, watch the speculators crash. This ain't just a hobby, it's a monumental homage. Right. Couple comics the fiend with the illest pop culture stash.
All right. Anyway, Paramount leaked the whole Aang Avatar movie, and now damn you, Paramount. How dare you? How dare you? Paramount's just messing it up for everybody. I just watched the whole live action a couple of weeks ago on Netflix. Loved it. And I've been watching the animated series from Nickelodeon. I caught it piecemeal here and there, but like, you know, I was a little bit older by the time it came out. Not that, I mean, everybody watches cartoons these days, right? I grew up on The Simpsons, and then Family Guy, American Dad, all those shows. But shit, I feel like right now, between Avatar and like One Piece, you've got the world is digging digging the anime, and those are some of the bigger properties. Like, I don't care if you leak the movie, put it out. What is this, like a stance? Like, if we leak stuff, we're never putting it out. Out of here. What's up, Robert Pops, Gramp Springs, 1969, good year. The JFX Warren G style. Speculators, mount up. That should be the next song we work on, right? Speculators. Brian LCS is in the house. What's up, Brian? Everybody's saying what's up to each other. Of course, I'm like a minute behind, but that's how it be sometimes. Yeah, I do. I like both. And what I like is they cut away some of the fat, trim away some of the stuff. I mean, One Piece, you got to trim away a lot, right? So there's a lot of battles and stuff that don't really happen. We just get to the main guys and that's it. None of these side boss battles. So that's fun. And then, yeah, Avatar, they cut out a lot of the silly stuff, silly jokes. Not that it doesn't still have that lighthearted humor to it at points, but they'd really cut away like the really unnecessary jokes, if you will, right? Like the booger jokes and the fart jokes, those kind of things. So those are gone. What's up? One of the biggest Spidey fans is in the house, by the way. Brian LCS in the house. What's up, Brian? What's really cool is actually I did win, and I got it today. Speaking of Spidey, since you guys are here, I was going to make a video, but whatever. We'll just do it right now. It's all right. If I showed you guys my address, I'm moving in 2 weeks. Come steal stuff. There's nothing in the apartment except all this stuff back here. Anyway, I was on Naman's channel, right? Naman the Drawman. And he had artist on there. So Ryan Aragawa was there, and basically Naman was gracious enough to give away art prints, and there was a couple there listed, and so I right, which is that's cool. This and that, I mean, that's I think what we all got out of it too was right. Secret Wars was going to be this reset, so that's it. No more until that. All the Sadie Sink speaking are playing Jean Grey. So yeah, Naman was gracious enough to give away a prize during this show with Ryan Aragawa, and so I won, luckily, and I got to pick. These are art prints, but I got to pick some really cool prints. So we got a Miles for you Spidey fans who are here, and if you look in the car, is that a Stan Lee? Is that Stan Lee in the car? License plate, rip Stan. Right. And then the other print, I'm assuming is behind this. It's supposed to be a dual print set. And the other one is Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen. And if you put them together, so yeah, I was lucky enough to grab this dope prize off of Naman's channel. The Worm, comic Worm, Naman. What's this? Shelf the OP characters for at least 5 years. I mean, it's almost what they did, right? They shelved, and not shelved. The characters themselves decided, or the actors themselves decided that they kind of didn't. They wanted to move on to other things, right? They didn't want to spend the rest of their lives playing these characters, right? So, right, Chris Evans kind of shelved himself as Captain America, though he didn't make an appearance as the Human Torch. And then right, well, I guess all the other guys didn't really shove themselves. I mean, Scarlett Johansson and Black Widow kind of passed the torch, if you will, right? Chris Hemsworth, I guess he's dealing with some personal issues, health issues. So I guess that's kind of why he's hasn't been complete Thor. The Hulk Mark Ruffalo doesn't really have a standalone movie, so he's usually not in anything unless they require a Hulk. We all know Robert Downey Jr. walked away, and now he's back. So I feel like they kind of did in some ways, shelf those OG guys for a while. But Hawkeye, I mean, he almost died in real life, so that's crazy. But yeah, Mr. Alkabulan, hopefully I said that right, is in the house, by the way, guys. Also, John Bernthal leaked in Spider-Man that the spider scene is missing Dee Dee and Punisher. Oh man, I mean, we did know that Punisher was in the film, and people did kind of catch wind. They know now that they'll CG out characters from scenes and trailers and stuff, just not to give them away. But that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to John Bernthal's One Last Kill after the special, after Daredevil season 2 finishes, and it looks like season 3 they're gonna have more Defenders. So that should be interesting. I still haven't caught the last issue of Daredevil or the last episode of Daredevil, right? So we're on episode 3. I keep wanting to say issue. Currently still have too many options, characters. My problem is nobody villain-wise to match all the heroes. Kept killing off villains. That's true. That's true. They have been killing the villains, and the villains haven't been returning. But I think that's the only way they bring closure. Movies are a little bit different, right? If the villain gets away every time, there's no closure. It's just a sequel. There's, and I mean that is what they're doing anyway. They're making more movies, right? More movies, and you got to give the villain a chance to lick their wounds and then come back. But then there's never that feeling of closure. So I've never really had a problem with them killing the villains per se in the movies. All right. In the comic books, it would definitely hit different, even though characters can come back in the comic books. It just would hit differently. But cinema, to me, if it's a TV show, it could be more comic book esque. But movies, you invest so much time at the movie, and you don't know when the next movie is, that you kind of need that closure, that finish to the film. So yeah, I never really had a problem with villains getting killed in the movies. With that said, I would like to see like a Secret Wars movie and have those villains, which it can be done. It can be done, even if it's an alternate timeline or alternate universe or whatever. But yeah, have those guys, have the Doctor Dooms and the Thanos, right? Have the Magneto. Even though Magneto was a bad guy in Secret Wars, the first one. Yeah. Yeah, but I that would be cool to me anyway. That's what I'm thinking. I want to see a Secret Wars. Four episodes out now. That's right. I think I've seen the first 3 then of Daredevil. The last one I saw was the boxing match with Fisk, which I think was episode 3. And still no Jessica. I know, and they have her in the previews, right? Ain't that some bullish? She's in the previews, yet she's not she hasn't shown up yet. Been catching up on some books, by the way, guys. Ultimate Wolverine number 15. I read that yesterday or 2 days ago because number 16 came out today, which actually ends the Wolverine Ultimate Universe. We'll get into that in a minute. What else? We also read the conclusion of the Absolute Batman story with Poison Ivy. This version of Poison Ivy is grotesque. And also what Batman does in this issue. Whoa. He's just not nice. It's not nice at all. But it is a change for the Absolute Batman. Lot of mixed reviews about Absolute Batman. I mean, honestly, Absolute Batman is absolutely fun. It's a fun ride. It's entertaining, but a lot of people are saying maybe it's too fun. Maybe it's too much fan service. I don't know how you guys feel about Absolute Batman. Like, yeah, it's a really fun ride, but are we doing anything that makes the character stand out? Doesn't make it more than just a shell of an entertainment vehicle, if you will? Is it more than just popcorn? All valid questions that I've heard. With that said, like I definitely, when I read Absolute Batman, I definitely feel entertained. I'm not taking it for more than I think what it is at the very base level. So yeah, I understand the concern about what it's doing. Also, I feel like the Absolute Batman is a vehicle for the rest of the characters in the world, right? How does the Batman affect, not how does the world affect the Batman, but how does the Absolute Batman affect those around him? All right. And we see some of this stuff like with Waylon Jones, right? Um and the I mean and the and the other guys too. Oswald, right? Um Oswald gets decimated in this book. I mean, if you haven't read it, I won't go too much into it, right? Two-Face, Harvey Dent, how does it affect all his other friends? And not so much again how they affect the Batman, but how the Batman has affected their lives. So that's how I kind of look at the book, honestly. I have loved Absolute Batman. This new issue with the Robin reveal was super mid. It isn't what I thought would happen with the Robins, but going back again to that Poison Ivy issue 18, I can see how it led to that reveal. And yeah, it wasn't there. Nothing really super crazy happened in there. We find out that the Batman is now just the Batman, right? He's cutting everybody out of his life, and he's concentrating on just being the Batman. So we see that. There you go. Let's not give away too many spoilers, though. Though I do open up the books when I get to them, my new comic book day books. I do show some interiors. So, Collector P, Paul, when I get to it, don't close your eyes. Close your eyes. For me, it is different enough. Still Batmanish, but different. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Well, for me anyway. Yeah, and I don't think anybody's saying it's the same Batman. Like the critiques I'm hearing is it's just there's nothing to this Batman except a behemoth who just punches things in the face. And right, there's no depth. They're not getting that character development, which is always has been a problem, not always, but has been a problem at times with the Batman, right? As we lose who is Bruce Wayne, who's the man behind the cowl? Is there more to Batman? But this is, in my opinion, this is also a year one story or year zero story, right? It's the becoming of the Batman. So there's going to be those periods where identity is lost. Who am I, right? He talks about it in issue 18. Like he's trying to discover what the symbolism is. And yeah, maybe there's not a lot of Bruce Wayne in the book. This is like Batman at his base level, right? But you've taken away the Bruce Wayne character in this book. He's not a rich playboy millionaire. He's a off the books construction worker, right? So there is a little difference to it. The Robin thing was okay. More so, Scarecrow was a little disappointing after the reveal of his look. I don't know. I'd have to think about his look. I'm not totally against it. Not totally for it. I mean, he looks like a teddy bear that's been in a fire and was sat on. And sat on and was underneath somebody's ass for like 6 days. But besides for that, I don't think he's I don't know. I didn't think I hated the look. I'm still trying to figure out what the angle is, though. It looks like he's a master manipulator and not so much a fear inducer. Like he still plays with the fear, but it's more like he manipulates the narrative. That seems he seems more, and we've gotten very few pages, so I can't really speak too much on what the Scarecrow is, but maybe he's a little bit more of a salesman than anything else. Not spoiling. Yeah, he is still learning. Will, what's up, Naman? Comic Bookworm in the house. I like his look. It's him. Ah. That's my issue. He still does the fear thing, but now it's more like an aura. Yeah, it's true. It's not fear gas. Naman, look what I got. Thank you, Naman. I appreciate it. I have to put this away though. Get it ready for the move. We have to get it up in the new studio when we're up and going. It is totally an aura. You're right. It's not yeah, the fear reminded me of the Slappy the Dummy from Goosebumps. Yeah. So I love it. I love that, Naman. It's definitely going up somewhere. But I'm moving in 2 weeks, so I'll be here and my new place, but most of this stuff is going to the new place. So, but yeah, you're right. We're gonna take a look at Rat City, by the way, issue 24. Got this split face here, but yeah, it's definitely not the same Scarecrow, but that's what I want from the Absolute Universe. I don't want the book to read as like, I don't want it to be able to go into the regular DC universe and just read as like as part of that continuity. I want it to be something different. So if the characters are all a little different, I don't mind that. I have to like really absorb it before I make a decision about how bad or how good it is. I don't know. We'll just have to give it another issue or two, because I know this is just the introduction of Scarecrow. I don't think it's going more than 2 or 3 issues. He'll be around, but I know they really want to push the story more towards Bruce Batman's friends, and the fallout from everything that's happened to them. And so I know they're really pushing for the Harvey Dent Two-Face story. I don't know what's happening in this book, but it seems to be getting more aggressive than usual. A lot more fighting in this issue than the last couple. Oh man, I know they didn't even call it a silent issue, but yeah, there wasn't very many words. There wasn't a lot of dialogue. There was definitely two splash pages with maybe one page definitely only had like one bubble. It wasn't even a word, but it was like a thought bubble. It wasn't anybody was even talking, and then the other one had like maybe a couple words. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just got to the place with Rat City where they were just like, you know what? We don't actually need words. It's 90. Like Rat City is the most 90s Spawn you can get right now. It really like plays it up. Like it really harkens back to that 90s stuff. Here's Catwoman, by the way. Thorin Grunbeck, I believe is her name. But here's a splash page for you, Catwoman. I've kind of liked the last 15 issues of Catwoman, only because it really does get into the life of Catwoman. There was some origin stuff, right? Look, she's even holding a different mask, right? So we're probably getting part of like the origin of that mask in here. But we've really been getting a lot of backstory of Catwoman, which is something we don't always get. We don't get like real, right? Catwoman's always been a vehicle for the Catwoman and the meow, and just being a character that people, guys, and some females, just kind of salivate over. So the fact that they're actually giving Catwoman some real stories is pretty cool in my book. So I enjoy the stuff, if you will, the good stuff. Is that the OnlyFans cat? What's up, Ron? Ron Helton in the house. What's funny is on Monday I said, "Hey guys, I won't be doing my my Wednesday night show," and then I ended up doing the Wednesday night show. Only partly or primarily because my work. So I was supposed to work tonight, and I'm actually working tomorrow night. So gift and a curse, because I got to do the show tonight, but I thought I would have Friday off. And now I have to work Thursday and Friday. Still not the worst thing in the world. There are plenty of people who work Thursday and Friday. I just thought I had a Friday off, and now I don't have a Friday off. This week, by the way, I believe this is the second printing of Ordained. Yep, second printing. Which, by the way, this is Bad Idea for me is very hit or miss. And a lot of times it misses more than it hits. But there's been some good stuff out of Bad Idea. Like any publisher, there's good stuff, there's bad stuff. But Ordained is just different. We have like he's either a Marine or an ex-Navy SEAL, which is pretty close to, well, it's better than a Marine, right? At least in training tactics. Well, special forces. Let's say that's what he is. He's one of the special forces groups out there. And we get a little bit of a backstory here. We find out like he was in the military. Don't want to give away too much, right? If you're still reading it. Actually, this is second printing. By this point, if you're reading the book, you should have read it. Gives us, some background into the character. Not a hit, but a military operation goes wrong. Innocent people are killed. But we get this really touching, well, there's a whole touching moment that leads up to this silhouette where he's holding rosary beads, right? Anyway, he leaves the military and we fast forward to the future and he's a priest, right? And in issue 1, they set a whole hit after him. So if you don't know what happens, right? The father goes to give last rites to a dying mobster, Korvac. The mobster somehow makes a miraculous recovery. And so now he's like, Korvac's like, shit, I told the priest everything. We got to kill him. And he sends some men after him, and the father handles them. He was special forces, so he takes care of them. He's also like a medic too. So there's a scene in here where he like breaks the guy's arm and then sets it back into place. And he's like, don't worry, when you wake up, the bone will be in place. And the guy passes out from the pain of setting the bone back. Yeah, and that's the whole thing now is, the mobster wants the priest dead because the priest knows things. Even though there are protections, I guess, where the clergy aren't supposed to divulge certain things because, you know, you're admitting your sins to the Lord and you're trying to be forgiven. But this father's like the Punisher with but actually a Punisher who cares. Like, he's got the skills to kill everybody, but he actually doesn't want to kill you. But if you you mess with him, he's going to punish you a little bit at least. Anyway, it's a pretty good issue. And at the end, you know, the father talks to the you know, so the hitman, right? So the mobster Corvette calls the hitman's phone that he hired, whatever, and the father picks up, and, you know, he's like, "Damn it, it's you," whatever. And then at the end of it, he's like, "Call in the machine," right? Like, he's calling in the big hitman, right? The machine. And so what does Bad Idea do this week? They drop the second printing of Ordained, which I missed, by the way. I didn't even know the second printing of Ordained was the second issue of Ordained was out. So this is the second printing of the second issue. I got the first issue, and for some reason this book is having a really hard time fitting in the bag. Get in the bag. Get in the bag. Like, why is it? I don't remember it being that. By the way, Bad Idea. These books are. Look, the book. Look how tight this thing is. It's like curving. All right, we're just gonna put this in a Silver Age bagging board. If I can get it back out. Oh, good God! What the hell is happening here? It's like the bag is shrinking as I put it in. All right, we'll put that over there because it needs a bigger bagging board. But yeah, so Bad Idea did a good thing, I guess, this week. They made a one-shot called The Machine, where we get introduced to this hitman now who's going to be in issue 3 of The Ordained. So, but yeah, now we're going to have like trained hitman versus trained special forces father priest. That should be a interesting thing. Haven't picked up a Bad Idea book since the blank slab they tried selling. Their gimmicks got old quick. But some reads were okay. Yeah. For me, like I said, more misses than hits, but there were some good hits. Marguerite Bennett wrote a movie, like a horror movie book called The Lot, like a haunted film studio thing called The Lot. I like that. I don't think I ever read the last issue though, so I can't tell you if the series in its entirety was great, but I definitely should at least try to get the trade or something for that one, or just get the last issue. I did like that. And trying to think of anything else. ENIAC, I think, was okay. That was like one of their first books, if not the first book. They did a lot of gimmicks, though. They did a lot of gimmicks to sell books. At one point, they weren't even selling books. They were giving books away if you bought other things, right? So they at one point, they claimed to be a donut shop or whatever and had like a donut truck. And if you bought like 12 dozen donuts, not 12 dozen, if you bought a dozen donuts, 12 donuts, you got a free comic. They tried a whole bunch of stuff to sell comics, but it's like you said, gimmicks. Special forces. Huh? Get it? The time traveling dinosaur book was good. Going to dinosaur times for the oil. Yeah, I remember that one. What was that one? Tankers? Was that Tankers? I think that one was called Tankers. So Preacher mixed with Boondock Saints. Yeah, except his father's a lot more PC than Preacher. And there's no vampires yet. I haven't seen any vampires. The Lot was good. Art was crazy in The Lot. Yes. And yes, Tankers. That was the dinosaur. Time traveling dinosaur book was Tankers. So yeah. So you have, the Machine. And we get introduced to the Machine in this one. He's a pretty big dude. He's also a hitman, if you will. Like, you know, this guy, he's just big. But it's just to give you like an idea of who this guy is. He's very meticulous. He's big on time. He doesn't like Miracle Whip, by the way. Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise. Those are his words, not mine. But I agree. I don't think Miracle Whip is mayonnaise either. Like, I think part of the reason he kills this guy is because, like, he's making the sandwich and he's like, dry ass sandwich. Couldn't Miracle Whip. It's like, I can't use Miracle Whip. And we do, right, if a bad guy doesn't have redeeming qualities, we don't care much for them, right? So how can you write a comic book without giving them some qualities? So yeah, he murders this guy in the bar. Big dude, by the way, and beats up his friends. I won't give away too much of the story, even though I'm giving away a lot of the story. And then, like, the bar owner, like, there's some cash. He's like, here's some cash for messing up your bar. So he's like, I'm not gonna kill you. He's just like, what did you see? Let's go over the story. So let's see if this one actually fits in this one. I mean, it didn't fit great. I think I was saying about Bad Idea 2 is they use newspaper, right? It's newspaper print. So instead of whatever they use today, it kind of harkens back to the old days of comics with the newspaper. So that's pretty cool. All right. I'm not a fan of Miracle Whip. Just tasted like off mayo, right? It always was like a little bit off. It was a little bit sweet, honestly, in my opinion. Like, it tasted like mayo with extra sugar. And I was never a fan of that. Like, I wanted mayo to bring maybe a little tang to my dish. I didn't want my mayo to sweeten my dish. Like, everything just tasted weird with Miracle Whip. And I could tell. Like, if you made that mac salad with Miracle Whip, I was like, ew. So, yeah, I don't know. It probably did have extra sugar. So G.I. Joe, right? For those of you who are familiar with G.I. Joe, you know, issue 21 of volume 1, Larry Hama, they did a silent issue, right? So the non-Energon verse have been doing silent issues and, like, kind of to homage, you know, to give respect to the silent issue. So they're doing like a current one. I think Zartan was one that came out today, and they call them silent issues, right? Like for the snake, silent. So they've been doing the bad guys recently, and they did the good guys before. You know, the main players have been getting these silent issues. Anyway, the Energon verse kind of got into it, right? Because G.I. Joe number 21 came out today. G.I. Joe. And there's no Snake Eyes. No Snake Eyes in this silent issue, but you got Storm Shadow, right? Storm Shadow, Scarlet, Jinx is in this one, and Cover Girl, and I forget the last one. Right, Jinx, Cover Girl, Scarlet, Frostbite. So it's a silent issue, but so no words are actually spoken, but there are some like inner monologue going on here. So secure channels, Scarlet to Snow Job, message received. The weapon is secure here. No movement by the Arishikaze, or its leaders. Threat level high, but calm. If I leave now, the cover will be compromised regardless. And then that's pretty much it. But for the most part, it is a silent issue. So I thought that was pretty cool that they were like, oh, we're on issue 21. We should do silent issue. Here's some gore. Some ninjas versus Cobra. As you can see, Storm Shadow is not part of Cobra, at least not yet. So yeah, it's a fun. It was a fun thing that they did with the silent issue. Trying to see if there's some major players there at the end. Cobra Commander's in the issue. So, or sandwich spread. What is that? You don't want to know what that is, man. I don't know. Like sometimes you read the ingredients on some of these things, and you're like, "What am I reading? What am I eating? What did I just ingest?" What's funny is like here in the Northeast, Hellman's mayonnaise is a big thing, right? But I think if you go down south, what is it, Duke's or something like that? And then I think there's whatever, it's like Hellman's, but they renamed it once you pass like the Rockies, right? So I think in Colorado you can find like it's Hellman's mayonnaise, but it's not named Hellman's mayonnaise. I forget what it is. But like literally you get to a certain point in the country and it's the same mayonnaise just with a different name. Let me see if I can look it up. Like I looked it up and it's like literally it says, what is Hellman's mayonnaise called west of the Mississippi? Best foods west of the Rocky Mountains and generally west of the Mississippi. Despite the different names and brandings, both are owned by Unilever and are identical in recipe, ingredients, and taste, featuring the same blue ribbon logo. So in the east, it's called Hellman's. In the west, it's called Best Foods. That's crazy. It's crazy that they would do that. Let's see. Boom, right there. Look. Hellman's Best Foods. They even got the blue ribbon. That's interesting. That is interesting. Kraft, I think, is the go-to. There are Latino versions. We don't use mayo in the Southwest. Just put salsa on everything. There you go. Put some salsa on it. I have seen Best Foods brand. Yeah, that's Hellman's. That is Hellman's mayonnaise. It's called Best Foods brand. Here, we were talking about this earlier. Absolute Batman. Here you got the Robin Initiative. There's the Scarecrow. What else? I'm pretty sure we do not see this at all. This thing here, this guy, no, doesn't exist. And there's the Batman. Here's your team of Robins. That's Slade Wilson, by the way, right there. Deathstroke, even though he's not called Deathstroke. There is a big moment in the book, so if you haven't read it yet, I'm not going to give it away. Let's see, but here's a look at the Scarecrow. We do get a new Bat vehicle in this book, and hopefully, if you haven't read it, I'm not giving away too much for you. You get some more Harley Quinn in this book. I know this is a big read for a lot of people, so I'm not going to give away too much, but we will show this page with the new Bat vehicle and him trying to get away. And there's a whole funny dialogue about what it should be named. This book. I read most of these books today too, which has been rare for me with so much happening. Not that you guys care about everything happening in my life, but yeah, it's been hard for me to catch up on my books. I've got stacks of books, and I usually go to two different LCSs, and I've only been able to go to one in like the last 3 weeks. So when I go to the other one, I'll probably have a couple more books to catch up on. To get back to this, I have no problem with putting salsa on everything. I love me some salsa. Not that it's salsa, but today I was using some Southwest sauce, which I guess is more like mayonnaise, but it's like a spicy mayo, and it's orange. So, or yeah, I guess it's orange, really. But I like spicy, honestly. So if you can make things spicy, I'm all with it. Ultimate Wolverine. I think I mentioned this earlier. Came to an end today when I talked about the other issue I had read. So basically, there were two factions, right? And there was the Eurasia Republic, right? Well, Eurasia Republic was the land. I guess they were run by the Directorate. And then there was the opposition, which were like the X-Men. Now, I don't know if anybody else has read this, but they say that the opposition was decimated, which is not really the correct word. Did you know that decimated only means that you lost 1/10, or at least that's how it originally was described? See my screen right there. I just noticed that. Yeah, it means you only lost like 1/10, but apparently the vernacular's changed over time to just mean complete and utter obliteration. But I think it was a term used by like farmers to say they lost like 1/10 of their crop, decimated, deci, which is 10. Anyway, enough talk about that stuff. Yeah, but I could have sworn, you see Sabretooth here, I could have sworn Sabretooth got away. It was him and I forget who the kid was. It was him and a mutant kid who ran away so that they wouldn't get obliterated. But anyway, both sides get decimated, and basically Wolverine and his crew is hunting Magic. She's the last person for the Directorate that still exists, and in this issue they go into limbo and they find her, and then Wolverine's like, yep, well, we still got to deal with the Maker. So that's a whole thing. But I do really like the art style. If you haven't read this, it's interesting. It's an interesting read. It's like, what if Wolverine were the Winter Soldier? That's pretty much exactly what happens in this book. And Magic herself puts herself under like a spell, if you will, and she basically recreates her childhood. Right? So she puts herself into this trance. She recreates her family and recreates herself as a little girl. She acts as Wolverine to read her a story, at least before the end. The end being her ultimate demise. And it's a good ending to the story. There was a lot of action with this being a Wolverine book, and then the ending is a little bit more morose, I guess you could say. Slower ending, not as action-packed, but definitely feelings are involved. And she does pay, Magic does pay for her sins, but you can understand, not even understand, you just know she did the thing she did. She wasn't given the best life. if you will. That's her as the Dark Child. Anyway, Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine, the Ultimate Universe coming to an end, but apparently they're going to do something with the Ultimate Universe, so we'll see. Reboot it in another way. Chris Condon was on this. He's done some interesting stuff. I was surprised to see him on a superhero book, but it's worked out pretty well. I do use Best Foods mayo. Yeah. I don't even think I have mayo in my fridge, honestly. I don't buy it unless I need it. I think I have some ranch, and then I usually throw hot sauce in my ranch, and I use that. And I don't even use that much ranch. Like if I had one of those Costco bottles of ranch, like that thing has lasted me like 3 years. Because I just do not use that much ranch dressing. All right. This is the last comic I read. So after this, we can bounce. But we'll bounce to this. Anyway, this is Venom number 257. Kind of a different. Charles Soule worked on this one, by the way. Usually it's Al Ewing, but because they've been using Carnage, and Soule was writing the Carnage series, he's jumped in on a couple of issues. So Soule helped to write issue of ASM, and now it looks like Soule just wrote this whole issue of Venom. And they have a different artist than typical here. It was good art, I would say. Sometimes it was unbalanced. Javier Pina. So, you know. But Anti-Venom shows up in this one. You've got Carnage. You've got Torment. Torment's an interesting character. And the dynamic between Carnage and Torment is interesting. Eddie Brock's in here. You got Venom in here. Aunt May's in here too. You've got the Shocker's glove in here. So right there, Venom takes a Shocker glove to the face. So pretty overall decent episode issue. I don't know why I call TV shows issues and comic books episodes, but I won't show you the last page because I think it's something that everybody's like wondered. It's like a what if type deal. But let's see. Anything else I can show you? Yeah, here's just some more artwork. All right. So what are you guys doing with the rest of your Thursday nights? It's 10 o'clock. What do we got planned for tonight? You guys read all your books? Plan on reading some books? I know Collector P, you said you're going to read Absolute Batman, right? Everybody do their taxes. You got 2 hours to get it in, or you need to file an extension. Unless you don't pay your taxes and you're just like, fuck off taxes. In which case, good for you. I could have got a couple of extra bones back from my taxes, but it was like, deductions, and they were asking about receipts. And I was like, I don't have time to dig all that shit up. So I was like, if I'm getting some money, give me some money. Let's call it a day. So wasn't too bad. Not too bad. All right. Let's see. I do want to hear my song one more time.
Word up, yo, check the archives. Couple comics on the scene, my collection supreme. Got the golden age grails, a true collector's dream. Peep the slabs in the cases preserved for the ages. I got that mint condition knowledge filling up the pages. Yeah, I'm the curator, the undisputed narrator. My whole cipher shines, got them first appearance lines. It's a historical stash, watch the speculators crash. This ain't just a hobby, it's a monumental homage. Right. Couple comics, the fiend with the illest pop culture stash.
Oh, good grief. Actually, I don't hate it, honestly. Do not hate it. Figure out how to use it more often. I'm still trying to get into like I know how to use the editing software and the photo, the photo editing and the video editing software. I'm just trying to get better at it. I'm trying to do stuff. So like I came up with a new thumbnail, right, for my my unboxings. So let's see. And so far so good, actually. It's gotten decent traction. It's got 43 views since Tuesday. And the video I dropped this morning because I didn't have it done in time, but I had I had this other video queued up. So I dropped that one instead. So the video I dropped today, this morning at like noon, only has like six views. But that also has to do with the fact that I had this show tonight. So that takes away from your views. But the new thumbnail, I'm digging the new thumbnail. Let's see if I could share the new thumbnail. And then I'll head out. And then we'll call it a night. Is this the one? This is the one. Yes. Yes. All right. So let's share that. Yeah. So I mean, so the not anything crazy, right? Took a photo of the box, cartoonized it, and then that's an actual reaction from the mystery mail call. And Comic Tom released a whole new mystery mail call, which, by the way, I got a couple of them. Don't worry, I didn't go crazy and buy like 6 of them to do one video. That's just backstock. But they've rechanged the formula, right? So it used to be 2 or 3 $10 to $5 books. Well, $1 to $10 books in there, $10 being a rarity. And then they did 2 to 3 exclusives. And then you have like a print, like a small print in the box. They've since changed it. Now it's really just 2 or 3 exclusives, like variant covers, and then a chance at a bigger, like a GP, if you will, a bigger key book. So you don't really get these small books that you used to get, which I used to be fine with because they were like, filler ASM books, filler Fantastic Four books, filler Marvel DC books, right? Like filler Detective, Batman, etc. And then occasionally you get like a small or minor key or something cool like that. Now there's a chance at a bigger key, but you're getting less books because they've shifted all that fundage for the smaller books to putting these GPs in there, if you will, which they used to do GPs back in the day, but then they also gave you other books, right? But they did like Hulk 181s and stuff back in the day when it first came out. I think that's why why that box used to be so popular. And now it's just really a variant box, which is fine if you like variants. That's cool. So yeah. it'll be interesting to see what I get in these other boxes. Like maybe I'll finish up here right now and I'll rip one of these open so I can do another video. But yeah, that's it. All right, guys, we're gonna head out. We're gonna cut it out and head out of here. But you know, or you don't know, I always do like a little dance at the end. Just, you know. So comic fans, it is my pleasure to be here with you tonight. If you like the content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you head out. Also, guys, don't forget when this show is over, and I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget myself, go ahead and throw in hashtag PSA. If you do that, and I don't mean here, if you do that in the comments, Ron, you've been doing them all. Go ahead and throw in a hashtag PSA. That will give you an entry into my 1K sub giveaway. I did reveal tonight that it is a ASM PSA slab. So, and if you go check out this video, you can very much find out what it is yourself. All right. So when this is over, head to the thing, throw in hashtag. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, sometimes I forget. Sometimes I do a whole show and I don't tell anybody to put anything in the comments. And I'm like, oh man, totally forgot. Anyway, go ahead, throw that in. Do yourself a favor, get yourself another entry. And I think that's about it. Hellmann's is the only real mayonnaise for me. Miracle Whip is not. And that's it. Yes. I do appreciate. I've had some help for some friends along the way who have helped me to figure things out. Like this thumbnail, I've definitely had some help along the way in figuring it out. I mean, I did all this, but you know, I've gotten some advice from people who do media stuff and trying to get better at it. You know, trying to get better at it. And then on the flip side of that, right, we have our first actual song to go with the station, with the channel.
Word up, yo, check the archives. Couple comics on the scene, my collection supreme. Got the golden age grails, a true collector's dream. Peep the slabs in the cases preserved for the ages. I got that mint condition knowledge filling up the pages. Yeah, I'm the curator, the undisputed narrator. My whole cipher shines, got them first appearance lines. What's a historical stash, watch the speculators crash. This ain't just a hobby, it's a monumental homage. Right. Couple comics the fiend with the illest pop culture stash.
I find that's fine too. I like avocado or olive flavors. You know, avocado's not bad. I like olives too. I will do olive oil like dressings on stuff. So olive oil. But yeah, I'll do the olive oil. I've done the avocado oil too on things. I've used avocado like cooking sprays and stuff like that. A lot of different flavors out there. I'm not a big mayonnaise guy, honestly. Like I don't even think I have a jar of mayonnaise in my fridge. I just if I have to eat mayonnaise though, I don't want it to be Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip, I think Mike said it earlier, is just like off brand or just it's mayonnaise, but it's just off, right? It's not real. Anyway, that's my last rant for the night, guys. Again, have a great night, everybody. Pleasure being here with you. Deuces. Peace, deuces. If you like the content, again, don't forget to hit that. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. All right, guys. And I will see you next week. Tomorrow. Oh, that's me twice. Do I have any videos coming out tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. I don't know. Be on the lookout. I might have something dropping. It's probably going to be a short though, not a true real video. And then what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm already pushing it to Friday. And then yeah, next week, guys, I'll see you on Monday for Monday Night Raw Books, 10 p.m. Eastern. Join me. All right. Be there or be square. Peace out, guys. Have a great night, everybody.